That's
how annoying they are. They like, I tell them to stop and they just say anus.
Andrew, why did you leave?
Because I thought you guys said you were going to play Rainbow
No,
Six.
we're not gonna go play in Rainbow Six. Idiot.
Get on some good old fashioned Arc. Hey, I actually run Arc much better now.
What?
Arc runs so much better now.
No one gives a shit.
Donnie, Arc runs so much better now.
Who cares?
I can run the game like on all epic settings and get like 70 FPS.
There was a stutter there. You needed to think. You needed to think what FPS you got. No.
I don't know the exact number.
Did you guys all leave?
No.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Because he thought we were gonna.
Want me to come?
Yes, you have the effing grenades.
I don't wanna.
So should we not play and play Rainbow Six, or just tag one?
Still, I think you should go onto your Steam page to click the Arc and Trooper. You should click Arc install, then wait like a few days and then play.
I'm not installed.
What?
I have no install.
You haven't, and you have no brain cell.
What?
And you have no brain cell.
What?
Andrew, can you just get on and help us get back our
No. I don't wanna.
I really don't think you should eat here.
But I'm not eating here.
Okay.
No. I'm
serious.
I didn't mean it like that.
I just cleaned this table and you have to quit. No more sweet
No.
stuff.
Eat your table.
No more sweet.
Put the cookies down.
Danny.
No cookies.
Put the cookies down.
Oh, gosh.
Put the cookies down.
Was your mom like taking the cookies away from you?
Oh my god.
Cookies till you finish your supper.
Put the cookies. No, put the cookies down. Don't do this. Put them down. Oh god.
You sounded so sad when you took your cookie. Okay, Trooper, it's not that funny.
Andrew, go fuck yourself.
Why don't you go lick your butthole?
I'm sorry, but I'm not that flexible.
I can't. Well, I'm not that flexible either.
You probably like doing that by sticking your finger up your rectum and then just start licking it.
Whoa.
That's disgusting.
Nintendo
Wait,
Switch.
that's threw in my mouth.
Put one in your mouth and one up your asshole. And one just go.
Okay, you know, like when you're in the bathroom, Dane, can you get on there?
They're destroying stuff, Donnie.
Close the door, God.
I don't have any weapons since you took mine.
Why do you shoot it now?
Donnie,
Get
you
out.
spawned with 10.
No, I didn't.
You spawned with a pistol and 10 ammo.
You guys know, like when you have came in the bathroom, then you use toilet paper to clean up the mess, and the toilet paper sticks to your hands.
No, because we don't. What?
Okay. Sure. Never happened.
Yeah, pretty much never happens.
Making this weird now.
Oh, Andrew, I just got back all your stuff. Haha, mine.
Good.
Hey, you should give me back my stuff as well. Mm-hmm.
No, go for yourself.
What did I tell you? What the heck's Bob Puddin'?
Bob Puddin'.
Bob Puddin'.
Yeah, like some good chocolate pudding on top of this vanilla.
By the way,
guess-
Donnie, the music
Vanilla
bot,
pudding.
Donnie, the music bot's still in the call.
Vanilla chocolate swirl.
Donnie, the music bot's still in the call.
You have to do slash destroy.
Wait, let me see if I have access to it. Slash.
Are you guys
Oh,
playing
you
this?
don't.
Can I have access to
No.
Trooper's lobby and screw with him?
You already do.
Never do. I can't even click on her. I can't do anything with your lobby.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no power compared to what you have. The only power I have is can go into Kappa chat and private chat.
By the way,
Oh, speaking of, I didn't check the kappa.
by the way, we possibly might have removed you from the music chat and you hadn't realized. So yeah.
Wait, what did you say? I'm looking at the kappa.
How do you like the new stuff in Kappa, man?
It's good. I like when they suck it. Why did they blur out like that one little part of the penis? Oh, you know what? They even don't want to see that part. They have absolutely no idea what's underneath that.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Donnie,
I'm having
Donnie, so
time.
me and Andrew are talking about the Kappa chat, and dude, like, yeah.
You're posted in main chat.
No, I'm gonna get in trouble. They blurred out like the cone of the penis.
So like,
Where?
oh, they don't know what's underneath that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they do that.
In the anime, you know
It's
how like
Japanese.
you blur out the penis, but they
Because
don't blur
it's
absolutely
illegal to be
everything else.
erotic there. Erotic, I think it's called. Erotic.
You mean in Japan?
Yeah.
Why?
That's sad.
Stupid.
I really hate that.
Yeah.
That's really stupid.
Like the Rooster Teeth people were talking about how it's illegal to sexually eat a banana. Like, you know.
What do you watch on Rooster Teeth?
Me and Donnie just listened to it.
Only the most
you guys know
important
ASMR?
things.
Viagra.
You guys know
ASMR.
Hey, I watched this one ASMR.
Everybody.
I watched this one.
Relax and listen.
You know, if you go on like Pornhub and type in
Smashing microphone against the.
No, okay, wait. You know, okay, go on YouTube and type in Cherry ASMR.
No.
No, it's not appropriate. It's this girl that does ASMR.
Hey, Donnie.
Please do
What
it.
ASMR does she do?
Donnie,
Lip
go to
smacking.
music. Hey, Donnie, can you play Rooster Teeth Podcast 449?
No.
Okay, wait, no, guys, go do that, and then like.
No.
No, just okay. I'll show you what she looks like. She basically does ASMR on YouTube, and she also does another thing on.
Oh, okay, let's play it. Tell me what video.
What?
Are dildos allowed on YouTube?
What is this?
It's not talking.
It's really quiet. You need to turn it up.
I'm not gonna turn up. It's probably ear rape.
No, it's ASMR.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Wait, shh. Can I have the privilege to put something on Music Bot for one?
No.
No.
Why?
Turn it up. This is hilarious.
I know, I hear it's lip smacking ASMR where they suck on.
This video makes me want to strongly hate on her channel. How much money does she get from this?
Like,
Somebody asked her, how do you get money? And then
probably makes like
yeah.
$1,000.
It's $1,000 a month.
No, not
No.
a month, like a day. I mean, every time she posts. No,
It's
like
not a day.
not a day. Like every time she posts a video and then like waits a little bit longer.
Oh god, the chewing in the ear.
I like it when she like shoves the mic into her mouth and she's like. Yeah,
Oh my god.
This is disturbing. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay.
You guys feel any tingles yet?
No.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not feeling nothing.
Wow, my neck feels like I'm having my brain feels like
Wait, you feel the tingles?
I can feel the blood supply being cut off from my neck.
God.
Is that it?
No, she's gonna slap her butt cheeks together in a minute. Just wait.
Oh
She'll be
wow.
like, I love this sound. And she's gonna be like, doesn't it kind of tingle a bit?
No.
Okay. It just feels weird. If you're like laying down in bed and you're listening to this, it like you feel these weird tingles. I don't enjoy it. That just feels really weird.
Cause you're a wuss.
I understand. It's like watching Bob Ross paint.
That's exactly what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Except that I touch myself to this.
I believe it.
I want to watch some Bob Ross now. You want to watch Bob?
Yeah, let's watch Bob Ross.
Hey, have you ever watched Bob Ross before?
Yeah, I showed him.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
It's I remember that. Oh my god, I remember this. The noise of this music like tingles my teeth. Like.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the 29th Joy of Painting
Did Bob
series.
Ross die?
If this is your first time
Yeah.
with us, allow me to extend a personal invitation for you to get your
I know
brushes
that.
and your paints and paint
Dude,
along
he's
with us
been
each show.
dead for a while.
And if you've been with us before,
Guys, shut up.
please
I'm
allow
trying
me
to
to
listen.
thank you for inviting us back for another
Sure,
series of
this is
painting
Bob
shows.
Ross.
We'll use about a dozen colors of some unorthodox brushes, and each show I'll show you how to put some of nature's masterpieces right here on the canvas. So I tell you what, let's get started. Today we'll have them run all the colors across the screen right there that you need to paint along with us. While I'm
feeling
doing
the
that,
tingling
let me tell you what
in
I've
my
got
neck.
going up here.
I'm feeling it
Today
in my
I'm using an
butthole.
18 by 24 inch double prime pre-stretched canvas, but you use whatever size you'd like. And I've just covered the entire canvas with a very thin coat of liquid white. The liquid white is designed just to make the canvas wet and to make it slick. It allows us to actually blend color right here on the canvas. Makes your whole painting life a lot easier. So let's get started. I thought today we'd just do a very simple little scene that I hope you'll enjoy. Let's start with a little 2-inch brush and a touch of the alizarin crimson. And we just load a little bit right into the bristles. Pull a little paint out, tap the bristles firmly to assure a nice even distribution of paint all the way through the bristles. And let's go right up here. And we'll take this old brush and just making little X's, little crisscross strokes.
Oh, I understand what
We'll just very
ASMR
quickly
is
drop in
now.
just a little warm part in the sky here. Maybe we'll have a little
It's
pink
like
in the
for
sky.
me,
I
it's more
sort
of
of
like
like that.
visual. You have to look at it.
In our
and,
world,
be like,
we can do anything that we want to do here. Any old thing. There. Doesn't take too long when you're using a brush that's 2 inches wide. Okay, without even cleaning the brush, we'll go right into little phthalo blue. I like phthalo blue. It's a very warm blue. Very nice. Once again, just tap a little color into it, and let's go back up here. And still using our little crisscross strokes, X's. That's all they are, little X's. We'll just apply a little bit of the phthalo blue. Something about like so. Then we'll come back after we clean the brush and blend that together. Now the blue
Isn't this like
is
great though?
many
I love
times
Bob
stronger
Ross.
than this little pink area. It'll just eat it up, so be careful. Be careful. It'll all go away. If you want to make the indication of a happy little cloud, all you do is just sort of tap. Little stringy cloud just lives right there in the brush. And that easy. We'll blend him out, have a little stringer cloud. There. Let's see, while we have that on there, let's have some water in this painting. I love water, and it's very easy to paint in this style. Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. outside in. Something about like so. All right. While I have a little brush going, I want to darken the corners a little bit. I'm going to take a little Prussian blue and just add in the corners here and there. A little bit up there. And we'll go over to the other side and add a little more, and then down toward the bottom. And we'll put a little down here too. I'm just putting a little Prussian blue in each corner to darken it. And then the most fun part of this whole technique is washing the brushes. Since these are oil paints,
I love that.
we're washing our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Shake off the excess and just beat the
Donnie,
devil out
why
of
did you
it. That's
pause
really
the
the most
game?
fun part of it.
I'm trying to
Now,
enjoy
with a
Bob
clean
Ross.
brush, and it's relatively dry from just beating it.
Oh
We'll
my
start in
god.
the light area, which is the pink, and we'll blend it all together.
Oh yeah.
Something about like so. That's all there is to it.
What's
Okay,
all
down
there
here,
is
we'll just
to
do
it?
the same thing.
So great though.
There.
I love Bob Ross. I love
Just
him.
shut up then.
That easy.
Shove my
What's so
pee-pee.
fantastic about this is that anybody can put a little masterpiece on canvas with just a little bit of practice, a vision in your mind, and off you go. All right, that's working so well. Take a little white, a little bit of the blue. Grab a little more of the titanium white. I want to make a light blue color here, mostly phthalo blue. And let's just tap a little color into the bristles. This old 2-inch brush will do marvelous things. Watch here, watch here, watch here. It's fun. Just take the corner of the brush and just pull down. Something about like so. Straight down, straight down. I'll make it look like little distant trees live far back in the distance. A little more color, and we'll just have it, there you go, I don't know, right there. In your world, you create any illusion that you want. There, but I want to keep the bottom light so it looks like mist. You could even take another 2-inch brush, and I have several, and tap it. Really get in there and tap it and then lift upward. It'll help create that illusion of mist right down at the bottom. And sometimes it's a lot of fun to put several layers. It helps create depth in your painting. And for that, we'll add a little more blue, but we make it a little darker. Add a little bit of Prussian blue to it and make it a little darker, but the same thing. And we'll come back and let's put another little layer in here. Just touching and pulling downward. That's all we're doing. That's really all we're doing. Something about like that. There. And we don't know where that goes. It doesn't matter at this point. And back to our other 2-inch brush, and we'll tap this. I want to create mist again. Notice this separation. It's caused because of the difference in color, difference in value. And that misty area turns out to be your very best friend. Take care of it. Treasure it. There. Okay. Let's have some more fun. Let's see. Let's take some black, some Prussian blue, and a little phthalo blue. It doesn't matter. We'll just throw it on there. Crimson too. What the heck? Be brave. Be brave. I'll put a little sap green in there too. It's getting close enough. We should begin seeing some color. A little bit of white. Don't want it totally dark yet. There. Perfect. Okay, let me wipe the old knife off. And let's get us fan brush. We'll use a fan brush. Load it full of color. Both sides. Both sides. Okay, let's go up in here. Now maybe in our world there lives, it does now, some little trees back in here. Now these are a little closer. You're seeing a little more detail. A little more distinct. There. And we just drop them in. We don't know where they go. Wherever you want them. That's exactly where they should live. Don't put too much detail in here. It's too far away. You're not going to see a lot of detail. You see detail when it's very close to you. When things are far away, you make out form, shape, basic color. That's all. Save your detail to the foreground. The lack of detail helps also create that illusion of distance and depth in your painting. It's very, very important. Very important. Okay, I'm going to tap a little of that. That'll help create that illusion of mist down there too. There, lift slightly upward, lightly. Just a little bit, see? Now then, You know, when I was a traditional painter, one of the hardest reflections, watch how easy. I'll take some of that same color. We'll take a 2-inch brush touch and pull down. Just pull straight down. It's most important that it goes straight down. Something like so. Straight down. Make those little noises. And very lightly go across. There. And instantly, we have some nice reflections. That's simple. Now here's something that's fun. You can take a little, I just use a little white. If you want to create another plane in your painting, take a little white and lift upward. And it'll make little areas back here that looks like a whole different plane, and the white will end up looking like little trunks in those trees. There, that easy. Let's put a little water line. For that, we'll use a liquid white. Pull it out very flat as you can get it. Cut across, okay? And we can go right up in here. And we can just drop in just a little water line. Just a happy little water line lives back in here somewhere. We don't know where it is. Don't know that we even care. Just let your imagination take you anywhere you want to go. A lot of times I start a painting and have nothing in mind but the time of day and the time of year. And from that, you can paint some fantastic little scenes. Don't worry about it. You don't always have to have a perfect vision in your mind of what it is you're going to paint. Imagination is, it's like any other muscle in your body, or like a muscle in your body. The more you practice, the better it becomes. Take some black, Prussian blue. I'm going to put some phthalo green in there. I like phthalo green. Maybe a little crimson. There we go. All right, let me wipe off the knife. I just wiped the knife on a little
No, I said
paper
the
towel.
muscle. No,
I would
no.
just use that brush. Little fan brush.
The more you
Load some color
practice,
into it.
the
Both sides of the
mind.
brush. Both
This
sides. Let's go up in
so
here.
good. I love Bob.
Let's
I
have-
love him. I love it.
Let's have a little evergreen tree. He lives right there. See? Just
How
make
did
a
he
line, take
die?
the corner of the brush,
I
make a
think it was
touch.
lymphoma.
Make another one.
Yeah, lymphoma.
Just sort of work
I'm
from
gonna
the
destroy
center.
lymphoma.
There it goes.
There's not gonna be a single sperm
It's
in the
easier to do them
world. I'm
fast
gonna
than it
take
is
care
slow,
of
though. There,
all
look at
for Bob Ross.
it. Just sort of back and forth. I had a lady in class one time told me it was like
No.
making Z's, the letter Z. She called them
There's
Z
gonna be
trees.
a cure. I'm gonna find the
So
cure for
I
life.
guess that's as good of an analogy
By
as
the way,
any.
Don, it reattached.
From the center out. The center of the tree should be
I don't
the
have
thickest,
any.
darkest, strongest part of the
Take
tree.
some.
Because you have leaves
Can't.
in the back, you have a trunk in the middle, and you have leaves on this side. We'll have one more in there. There we go. I have a little family of trees.
My mom said she'll be
I don't know
back
if you
3
painted me
minutes,
before.
2 hours ago.
I think everybody should have a friend, even a tree. Even
Yeah.
a tree needs a friend.
She lied
Now, if
to
you want to
me.
reflect those, just pop in some general indications of where they are. No big deal. See?
What?
Because we don't make mistakes here. We have happy accidents. Very quickly, you learn to work with anything that happens. Take the big brush, pull down, straight down once again, and then go across. And we have instant reflections.
Remember that last space
I
we
just use
had?
that same
Like the
fan brush. It has that
Rex's?
color. We made the tree out of it. And I go through cad yellow and a little yellow ochre. Immediately we have green. There we are. Let's go up in here. And we can take that green and let's go back and put some highlights on our little evergreen trees. There they go. All right, this little tree here. He's saying, don't leave me out.
Okay,
All right, so
who's texting?
there we are.
There,
Here we are.
I'll see you in
You
a
guys
few days.
shut up,
Put a
honestly.
little liquid white right on that same brush.
What do you
And I
mean?
want to lighten the color and make it a little thinner. A thin paint will stick to a thick paint. We mix them back up again. Let's go back up here. And we can just take this brush and let's just pop in the indication of some little bushes that live down here, right down in his little foots. Something about like that. How's that? That looks like a little island. Let's put some dirt there. Let's take some white, a little dark sienna, mix them together, cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here. And we'll take this and we'll just put the indication here. A little bit of soil, some dirt, some kind. Got to have a place if this is a little island for all this to sit on. All right. See there? That's all there is to it. Okay. All right, we got to figure out something to do on the other side now. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. You know, if you've painted with me before, I like old big trees. Let's take a little bit of that color right there. Let's go right up in here. This is your bravery test. Take the corner of the old 2-inch brush, and let's just begin laying in a basic shape here for a tree that lives right there. Right there. Big old tree. But he's a nice tree. There he is. All right, while I got that brush going, tell you what, maybe let's do something about like this. And we'll just tap in all kinds of little bushy looking areas. You have to decide what lives here, how far it goes, how tall is it, how short is it, fat, skinny, in between. It's your world. And in your world, you make all the decisions. All the decisions. There we are. See, we're just putting some dark in here, so later on, our light color will show. We'll just grab there's a fan brush right there. Take a little white, a little bit of the dark sienna. Just want to make the indication here, maybe a little tree trunk, maybe a little more dark sienna. That's nice. Okay, and right here, just want some indications. I'm going to put some happy little leaves on there, so we're going to cover most of those up. Most of them won't show. We'll go right into that. Get a little sap green, a little bit of the yellow. We'll just put it right on this 2-inch brush. Give it a little push. Good shot there. You can see that well. Okay, let's go up in here. Now I want to put some leaves on here. Use just the corner of the brush. Just the corner of the brush. There we go. See? That's all there is to it. Just the corner. Think about shape and form. Drop these little rascals in wherever you want them. Wherever. You really are the creator on this piece of canvas. You can do anything. You can move rivers, mountains, create any illusion that you want here. When I go home, the only power I have is over the garbage. I can take it to the street all by myself. But here, I can do anything. Absolutely anything. I decided I wanted a bush right there. And tell you what, let's get crazy. You know me. If you've painted with me before, I like big trees, and we have one living in our world right there. There he comes. We should have done this with a 2-inch brush. It'd been a lot faster. There we go. Just drop it in wherever you think it should be. All right. Boy, I said big tree. I wasn't kidding. This is a monster tree. Huge tree. And you could have done it with a 2-inch brush just as easy, but much quicker. I like the old fan brush. It gives you a little more detail. Here we go with my smaller tree, because I think he needs a friend. There. Okay, just drop it in. All we're doing, once again, is putting in the background color. You could put this in with a paint roller. It doesn't matter, as long as the shape was right. We'll come back and separate all of this with some nice highlights. Here's a little brown and white. We'll put the indication just here and there of a trunk. Just what you can see here and there. There. You don't see it all because you have leaves on this side. We can go back to our little fan brush. Go right through the cad yellow, yellow ochre. Load some color into it. Let's go back up in here and let's put a highlight or two on here. Evergreens are normally darker than other trees, so don't kill all the dark area in your evergreen. It happens sometimes. It gets feeling good and you don't know when to stop. There. And the base of the tree should be darker than the top. Big shadow areas underneath. In those shadows areas is where all my little friends live. In previous shows we've had, like Peapod the pocket squirrel, my little squirrel that lives with me. We've had him on the show. But this is the kind of places that he likes. Let's take a little bit of color. Let's use the 1-inch brush. We'll go through get some sap green and some yellow, load a lot of color into the brush. more sap green. Whew. That's nice. All right, then we can go up here. We'll settle those right down into the painting. There now, see? Now they become part of the painting. There we go. Just like so. And we'll make all kinds of little bushes and trees and happy little things that live here in our world. All right. Okay. Shoot. If we had such a place as that, I'd have to go fishing there. I like to fish. But I'm not a very good fisherman. I catch a little fish and take the hook carefully out of his mouth and put a Band-Aid on him, a little CPR, and pat him on the tutu and put him back in the water and go back and catch him again another day. But we'd have to have a way to get up here if we was going to catch that fish. We'd take a little of the Van Dyke Brown and let's have us a little path. We had to walk all through these bushes. Mosquitoes would get us, so let's have us a little path that we can walk back in here and catch that big old trout or bass, whatever it is that lives in here. There, take a little bit of, let's find some white, little dark sienna, mix it together, make a little highlight color, just barely touching, barely, let it graze, that easy, that easy, about like so.
Pwnda said that easy.
There. Now then, let's put something on this side. You have something on the other side of the path. Now let's go on this side. Once again, I'm going to take a 1-inch brush. Notice that it's straight down and I'm pulling it in one direction. It's most important.
Pwnda said I would let Bob
It
Ross
loads
touch
a lot
me.
of paint, and see it rounds one edge. You want to turn it, put that rounded edge to the top. It's most important. And then we take that and we go right up in here. No pressure hardly, just enough to get the brush to touch the canvas. And we begin working on shape and form, and we create a bush or a tree that lives right there. That's all there is to it. And there's another one, but do one at a time. I know. Sometimes it starts working, you get greedy. Do one at a time. One at a time. And put a little bright red on there. Maybe here's one right here. Oh yeah, it's got little, I don't know if you can see them, got little red flowers on the tip. Sneaky. There. And we can go back over in here, and we can begin adding in just little things that come out here on the path. About like that. All right. You got your brushes warmed up yet and you're ready? You can do this. You can do this. I know you can. I get letters every day from people all over the country that say they never believed they could paint, and they're doing it. Their friends and neighbors don't believe it when they look at their paintings, but they are doing it. There, I'm gonna put a little stick lives right there, a little old tree. Maybe this little tree died and he's naked now, just a skeleton hanging out here. And that happens in nature. There, so we can put little arms on him that are still hanging out. All right. All kinds of little dooders. Maybe over in here. And these little details are what'll make your painting look a little more finished. Take your time when you're doing these and just drop them in here and there and wherever. Take a little light brown with paint thinner on it. And when you mix this, get it very thin. This should be almost ink consistency. Turn the bristles, that'll bring it to a very sharp point. There you can see it good against that dark. All right. And where it's very dark, then we make little light trees. Where it's light, we make dark trees. Because they both exist in nature. So you can put little, see now there's a little tree that lives back here. It just has a good time. Looks out over the water, talks to the fish. That's all there is to it. Another way of making little sticks and twigs, take your knife, just a clean knife, and you can reach up in here and just scrape right through the paint. See? And that'll make all kinds of little sticks. And let's come down here and we'll make a few more in here, wherever. You decide where they live. Sometimes these old evergreens here have old dead limbs hanging off of them. And you can do that just with a little flick of the knife. And shoot, with that, I think we about have a finished painting. It's that easy. Let's take a little bit of the paint thinner, a little bright red, and we'll sign this little rascal. Really hope you've enjoyed it. It's a very simple painting that you can do. And if you try it, I'd love to see some photographs of what you're doing. So if you have time, take a photograph, send it to us. Let us hear from you. Until then, from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.
I'm gonna burn it. Play another one.
Isn't there a song about this?
No.
The best. I feel like I'm like gonna go to bed. I'm so tired now.
Oh my gosh, Bob Ross makes me tired.
Did you ever get any like tinglies?
No.
Yes.
I love those. Like, it feels like I don't know. It's
Let's
not
watch
really-
another Bob Ross video.
Yeah.
What did you do over the weekend?
Listen to Bob Ross.
I listened to Bob Ross with my friends and played Factorio.
I mean, you're not playing Factorio, you're playing your gay game.
Don't even tell me this game
Hi,
is not
I'm
gay.
Bob Ross, and
No,
for the next
no, we're
13
not.
weeks, I'll be your host
We're
as
not
we
watching
experience
another one.
the joy of painting.
Oh,
I
it's the
think each of
first
us, sometime during our
episode.
life, has wanted to paint a picture.
Tony.
Muted.
I think there's an artist
And
hid in
you
the bottom
made
of
it,
every
butthole. I
single
wasn't
one of
Bob
us.
Ross.
And here we will try to show you how to
With my
bring that
big
artist
blood.
out, to put it on canvas, because you too can paint almighty pictures. You know, we have avoided painting for so long because I think all of our lives we've been told that you have to go to school half your life, maybe even have to be blessed by Michelangelo at birth to ever be able to paint a picture. And here we want to show you that that's not true, that you can paint a picture right along with us. Each week we'll use the same colors, we'll use the same equipment. So if you have your brush and palette ready next week, you can paint right along with us. I'd like to go over some of the equipment that we'll use before we start. The brushes that we use. I'll be using very large 2.5 inch and 1 inch natural bristle brushes. Now these are natural bristle. Be sure you don't start with a nylon brush. We'll use an almighty palette knife. And this is much different than the traditional palette knife. It is not thin and flimsy. It's a firm palette knife. And with this we can make fantastic things happen. Let's go over the colors that we'll use. We're going to start out here with titanium white, phthalo green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, sap green, cad yellow, and permanent red. Now these 8 colors we'll use each and every week for every picture that we do. So you don't have to go out and buy 1,500 different kinds of colors and brushes. You need very little equipment to paint with this. Another thing, we'll do no tracing of patterns on here. We start with a vision in our heart and we put it on canvas. And we're here to teach you to be able to do this too. So let's do it. Let's paint a picture right here. And we're going to start with a big brush, and we're going to cover the canvas with a thin layer of magic white. Now this is a wet on wet technique, so the first thing we're going to do is get the canvas wet. And all we want is a nice, even, thin coat of paint here. There we go. Just cover it nice and even. You also need an almighty easel when you're doing this. You need an easel that will hold your canvas very firm and allow you to use these big brushes. Okay. When you're using a large brush like this, it really doesn't take too long to cover your canvas. And if you get a hair like that, just pop it off with a corner of your brush, flip it away. Okay. Now after you get your canvas covered with the magic white, we'll take and make long strokes back and forth to get a nice even distribution of paint on here. Okay. Up and down one time. That assures that the magic white's nice and even all the way across the canvas. Okay, let's wash the brush out here. Now we wash our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Okay, we'll wash him out. And I beat the brush just to dry the bristles. Now let's take a little bit of cad yellow here.
Hey, Donnie.
Okay, I'm going to clean the brush again. Once again, this is odorless paint thinner. We do not use turpentine. Now, with a nice clean brush, I'm going to take and add just a little bit of titanium white right here in the center.
White.
Just a little. And we'll begin working outward. There.
Oh, I hate that sound.
By now, maybe you have recognized
And I have to
some of the equipment we're using
like fingernails against like
as
like
something you've
fabric.
seen before. And I learned this fantastic technique from a wonderful man that I think all of us had enjoyed for many, many years on TV, Bill Alexander. And Bill taught me this many years ago, and it is the most fantastic way to paint that you've ever seen. So join us, have some fun. And we'll just blend this out a little bit more here. Till we have a nice smooth sky. There we go. Okay, we'll clean the brush one more time. Now, let's start putting in some, almighty trees here. We're going to start with a little bit of alizarin crimson and a touch of Prussian blue. Now, the Prussian blue is 100 times stronger than the crimson. So use just a little blue and a lot of crimson. And here we're going to begin pushing in basic tree shapes. So just bend the brush. Bend the brush. Make those little leaves and branches just pop right out at you. There he comes. These little son of a guns hide in your brush, and you just have to push them out. This is your world, your creation. Let's put a little one right here. And maybe we'll just put some little grassy areas coming down through here. And right there. There's one. Now you're pushing quite firm here. This is why I say you need an almighty easel when you're doing this, an easel that's strong. Okay. Maybe over here on this side now, we'll add another one, maybe a bigger one over here. There he is. And there's no secret to this. Anybody can paint. Anybody can paint. All you need is a dream in your heart, a little practice. Look at there. Already we have the beginning of a beautiful picture. We have the tree shapes, a light source. Looks to me like it's early in the morning. Okay, now let's put some trunks in these trees. And for that, we'll take a little bit of Van Dyke Brown. And let's just lay in some basic trunks here. There we go. And maybe we'll put a little limb right here. Like so. Maybe some little something right there. There we are. Okay, now this little fellow over here, he needs a trunk too. So we'll put one right in here. And maybe some limbs up in here. Right through here. There we go. Just some indications here and there. And some little sticks and twigs. Okay, maybe over in here. There we are. Okay. Now we'll highlight these, and we'll take a little bit of white and a touch of brown mixed together. And remember where your light source is. So this tree will highlight right here. like so. There we are. Now, over on this side, the light's coming through here, so we'll highlight this side of it. Okay, maybe a few little indications up through here. Now comes the fun. Now we can begin putting all the beautiful leaves and stuff on this and just really make it come alive. So here we'll take a little bit of the magic white to thin our paint. One of the golden rules in this is that a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So anytime you're painting over the top of paint, you need to have a paint that's just a little bit thinner. All righty, we'll take a little bit of phthalo green and a little bit of yellow, and we load the brush full of paint. And our light's coming through here, so we want this side of the tree to be a little brighter than the other side. All right, and then we begin pushing thousands of little leaves on here. Just, they hide in your brush. There they come. Just a little on this side over here, because not as much light's going to strike. Little's going to come through, but not as much. And look at that. In just a matter of a few minutes, we have a beautiful tree. Okay, now maybe this little tree over here, we'll put a little highlight on him. And once again, we're using a paint that's a little bit thinner so that it sticks. And the first thing that you have to do when you're doing this is start with an oil paint that's very, very firm. Your base paint has to be extremely firm. If you start with a thin, loose paint, you're going to become a mud mixer. You have to have a thick paint on the base coat in order to get this thinner paint to stick. Now let's begin building some little bushes and stuff in here. All right, look at that. You can do it. I know you can. There, look at there. Okay, let's move up to this big tree in the front here. And let's put some nice little leaves up here on him. You have to bend that brush. If the brush doesn't bend, you're not going to get all these beautiful little leaves, these little actions that happen. Okay, maybe there's a nice little bush that lives right here. You know, if you've ever walked through the woods early in the morning, all the little creatures are out here. They're all playing in the bushes and stuff. This is where they live, in all these bushes. Okay, let's put something on this side now. Nice little bush here. Just let your imagination run wild. Let your heart be your guide. In the time you sit around worrying about it and trying to plan a painting, you could have completed a painting already. Let it happen. Let it happen. You know, for so many years, I was a traditional painter. And I would spend sometimes weeks just working on a picture, drawing it out, getting all the little sketches and stuff. And then I'd go back and spend maybe a month trying to fill in the blocks. And here, we let it happen. It comes right out of here. It's in you. And you put it on the canvas. Okay, let's see. Let's try this big old tree here. Put some nice little leaves on him. There we go. Okay, let's try, I've added a little permanent red with my color now, just to give us a little different value. a little path. So let's take a little bit of Van Dyke brown here, and let's build us a happy little path. We're just going to take the knife and let this path sort of just wander right down through here. There we go. Just let him wander around, play, have fun. Okay. There, we got us a nice little path. Now we need to highlight that path, so I'll take just a little bit of white, and we'll just take and barely touch the canvas here, just enough so we can highlight where the sun's sparkling through here. There. See how easy that is? Let that paint break. And now in order to set the path down into the painting, we'll add some bushes that project up over the path here and there. Just push them in. There we go. And you can see how that makes it just literally drop right into the painting. Okay, let's put some more land areas in here. Maybe there's some nice little areas coming down through here. Just like so. And we'll have some over here. And follow the angle of your land. There we go. There we go. There. Now maybe, as we're walking through the woods here, maybe it rained last night. Maybe it came a nice little rain and there's little puddles. You know, after it rains, you always have little rain puddles. So let's take a little touch of the Prussian blue here. It will just make us a little puddle. And we put some Prussian blue on the brush, and we take here and pull downward. Just pull downward, like so. There we go. Okay. See how easy it is to do? Now, very gently, we'll come across this way, just to give it a watery effect. Now, if you want to put highlights in here, maybe you could take just a little touch of the titanium white on your brush and pull down. And it'll give it sort of a sheen. There. And then, once again, just come across just enough to give it a nice watery feel. You can overdo this part very easily. Okay, I'll wash off the old brush. Okay, now we can take a little more of the Van Dyke brown, and we can just make little puddles out of this. Maybe it comes down like so, right through there. There we are. Okay, little puddle, and we'll just make this a little separate puddle back here. Just like that. Okay, then we'll take a little bit of brown and white, and we'll lay a little highlight on there. There we go. In your world, you can do anything that your heart desires. My home is in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I spend a lot of time walking around the woods and talking to trees and squirrels and little rabbits and stuff. And I look at a lot of nature. And if painting teaches you nothing else, it'll teach you to look at nature with different eyes. It'll teach you to see things that have been there all your life and you've never noticed. And if it does nothing else but make you enjoy nature, it's worthwhile. So look around. Look at what we have. Beauty is everywhere. You only have to look to see it. Okay. And I talk too much sometimes, so we'll go back to painting here. Take a little bit of the thin white paint here, and we'll put some little water lines back in here. Okay, just like so. Yes. There we go. There. And maybe some little water lines right here. This is just the thin white paint, and you literally just cut right into the canvas with it. And let's smooth that out. There we go. Okay, now while I have the knife here, I'm going to take and just cut a few little sticks here and there. And all we're doing is just literally cutting right through the paint, so the canvas shows through, and it makes a multitude of little sticks. And these little sticks help create the illusion of distance in a painting. All different planes. Okay. Now then, let's put some bushes and stuff right down here on the grass, on this soil area. There we go. There they are. There they are. They just live right here in your brush, and you just drop them right in. There. Okay. Now, let's take and do this. Let's put some land right down through here. Back to the Van Dyke brown, a little bit of white. There we go. We'll lay a little highlight on here. There. And we'll put a few little bushes and stuff right out here. See how easy that is? Okay, a few more little water lines in there. Just let them happen. Each week we'll try to do paintings that are designed to teach you something different, something new, something exciting, just to keep your interest going. Okay, now, let's play a little bit here. Let's have a happy little tree right in here. So I'm going to start with the Van Dyke brown, and we'll make his little trunk here. There he goes. Doo-doo, boop, boop, boop. Straight Van Dyke brown to start with. There, we'll just turn the knife and give him a little foots to stand on. There. And maybe he needs another little arm out here, so we'll just give him one. This is your creation. You can do anything here that you want to do. Just let it happen. There. Now, and we'll give him some little leaves, and we'll use some more of the alizarin crimson, touch of Prussian blue. Okay, we need dark in order to show light, so first we'll put some dark on here. We'll put some happy little leaves here and there. All right. Maybe right there, another one. Okay. Here and there, I'm going to put just a few little sticks and stuff. Like that. Just once again, to build some distance in here. We want this to have a lot of depth in it. And we'll cut in a few little sticks here and there, like so. You getting excited yet? You ready to paint with us? You can do it. Okay. And I think this painting's far enough along, we'll just sign this rascal. And I sign the painting with a script liner brush, a little bit of oil, and I use red paint, but whatever color you prefer. Okay. And we'll just sign that rascal. I hope you've enjoyed this painting. Next week, we're looking forward to seeing you. We hope you have your brush ready, a dream in your heart that you want to put on canvas. And join us right here for the joy of painting. And you too can build fantastic pictures. You can take them from here and put them on
It's so flipping relaxed.
Until next week,
Yeah, but right now we're...
happy painting from all of us here.
Yeah. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Donnie. I think Donnie will read this. It doesn't matter if I was talking to her.
What is it, Andrew?
Hello, glad to see you again.
Yes.
Thought today we'd do a picture that's right straight out of Alaska. We'll do one of Mount McKinley, the most
Donnie.
almighty mountain in the North American continent. And we'll start off today, and we'll use just a
Shut your
little bit
mouth.
of Prussian blue, maybe a touch of phthalo green mixed with it here. And let's dance in some basic shapes here. I've already put the magic white on the canvas to save a little time. So, we're just literally mixing color right here on the canvas. Just let this brush dance and play and have fun. And all we're looking for is general basic cloud shapes here. We're really not trying to put anything in. Just let it happen. Just move the brush, keep it moving, working, playing, having fun. There we go. Isn't that something? There we are. Put a nice little cloud shape right there. What the heck? Okay. Keep the brush moving. Don't let it stop. And sometimes brush is lazy. You have to really push it a little or it'll quit on you. Make it keep moving. Okay, now we'll take the almighty brush here and we're going to swirl this. We're going to pull the color. Move it. Pull it. There we go. Try to avoid a pattern.
Start screaming.
We want this to go everywhere. We're looking for a sky here that has life in it, has movement in it. We don't want a sky that looks like at night you pulled the curtain down and everything went black on you. So, I want to keep this moving.
See, Bobby Ross.
There. And already you're beginning to see all the little things happening up here. Every which direction. Every way. There we go. Now you can blend this too much and take it all out. We don't want to take it out. We just want to mix it up. Stir it up. Okay, while we got some paint on the brush here, we'll add a little more Prussian blue and phthalo green. And we'll put us in some water. We pull from the outside in.
I kill when he dips in the water.
Leave a little area open here. That will create the little sheen of light that plays across the wall.
Ross.
What do you mean? Andrew.
Yes. What?
What?
Butthole.
Oh, great. What else is getting attacked? Is it my train? No, it's a turret. Dude, I muted it. I don't care. I'm gonna focus on this. Coppers are full thing. So Andrew, what you doing in Ark? You can just mute yourself so Andrew can just hear me, okay? You don't.
I think Donnie fell asleep. Trooper, did Donnie fall asleep? Dane, close the door.
Pwnda said Tay I muted Trooper. Pwnda said not anymore though. Pwnda said because he was talking.
No shit. I think you realized that a little while ago.
I hate that sound, Donnie. I like them brushing against